Switzerland in September. Weather and travel tips. Have you been to Switzerland? At what time of year was that visit? This question is for holidaymakers, not for expats, students, and others who are already there. While the months of May to August are associated with holidays and travels to cities around the world, including the land of the mountains, there are plenty of things to do anytime you travel to Switzerland. These weather and travel tips will enable you to see what you can enjoy if you travel to Switzerland in September. If you plan on traveling to Switzerland in September, stacks of questions probably face you, including: is September the best month to visit? Will there still be big crowds? Is Switzerland warm in autumn? What is the best month to visit? Switzerland has long been known as one of the most popular tourist destinations, and for many good reasons. Some are attracted to the country by the snow-capped peaks and the stunning vistas. For others, it's endless snow sports, or just relaxation by a roaring fire armed with a cup of world-famous Swiss-style hot chocolate and cheese fondue. Whatever your reason, the important thing is that you need to ensure that you're visiting during the right time. Are there wrong times to visit? Well, it depends on the purpose of such visits. Nevertheless, determining the best time to visit this country will go a long way in helping the entire holiday plan. Generally speaking, the best time to visit is from April to June and September to October. During these shoulder seasons, the weather is at its best and there won't be a lot of pressure. However, the high season in the country is July to August. If skiing is your thing, December to March will be the best for you. Switzerland weather in September. As mentioned earlier, the weather in Switzerland is at its best during the months of April and June, which is spring, and September and October, which is fall. Summer, which falls in July and August, is the high season, high traffic of tourists everywhere in the country, with prices going up by over 50%. The country welcomes winter between November and March. So what should you expect from the weather in Switzerland in the fall or the month of September? After the hot summer in July and August across the country, temperatures start dropping in September. The weather is still pleasant in most parts of the country. Low-lying areas in Switzerland will still continue to experience mild to warm weather during the first few weeks of the month in particular. The daytime average temperatures is 20 degrees Celsius, while it's 10 degrees Celsius at night. It can be much colder in high-altitude areas. The mountain resort town of Zermatt experiences an average temperature of 4 degrees Celsius. Weather-wise in Switzerland, September is a lovely month to visit. In the city of Zurich, it averages between 10.5 degrees Celsius and 19 degrees Celsius. In Lucerne, you'll experience a similar weather pattern. But in Geneva, it's a little warmer, while it's much cooler in the high altitude of the Swiss Alps, where you can expect average temperatures of around 7 degrees Celsius. You may need to bring a pack of raincoats or an umbrella while visiting in September. Why visit Switzerland in September? September can also be regarded as the beginning of autumn or fall. This is the low season for tourism in Switzerland, as the masses of holidaymakers who came for summer would have returned to their base. But with generally sunny, warm weather across parts of the country, there are blissful outdoor activities that you can still enjoy, though with much thinner crowds. Remember, though, that this is a mountainous country. Therefore, if you're planning on visiting Switzerland in September, you shouldn't come without packing warmer layers and jackets, unless you can avoid those high-altitude adventures and still have a nice time. You can still see snow covering the highest peaks, giving you the opportunity to enjoy some outdoor activities. But the pleasant weather in Switzerland in September will make going on hikes amazing. Apart from the photogenic weather and fewer crowds, there are yet plenty of other reasons to love and enjoy Switzerland in September. Listen to some of them now. The streets are quieter. By now, you've realized, no doubt, that you'll be strolling quieter streets if you visit Switzerland in September, since there'll not be a lot of tourists. The somewhat quiet and subdued streets and sparse tourist numbers can provide you with a chance to relax and quietly enjoy the country's attractions. Pleasant weather. Let's remind you that this is a time when the temperature in Switzerland is just right. Summer is gone and winter hasn't quite set in yet. This fine cusp of weather offers you a unique chance to explore highlights. Those planning to go hiking will find the trails uncrowded in addition to the pleasant weather. Lower rates. This is perhaps the best reason to travel to Switzerland in September for those on a budget. Most hotels will be cheaper since this is part of a low season. You can also stumble on some great off-season deals at certain top attractions. Photogenic hiking trails. We understand that September may not be the best time for hiking in Switzerland, but it still offers a number of great opportunities to hike. When you do, you'll be rewarded by photogenic trails more than ever. We can't fail to mention gorgeous fall shades dominating the landscapes, as if they just dumped out from a fairy tale. Vineyard visits. We'll tell you more about this later in this video. However, the month of September is just perfect for visiting Swiss vineyards as you observe autumn hues, making them more beautiful. This is the time of year when ripe grapes are ready for harvest. Try and visit Laval Vineyard Terraces, the most popular of several vineyards Switzerland is home to. Where to go in September in Switzerland? Simply stated, everywhere. Since the weather is brilliant, crowds are few, and all activities and stores are open. September is a golden month to visit Switzerland and go anywhere you like. At this time of the year, Switzerland is overflowing with beauty as you visit the lakes, mountains, and cities to experience it all. Go to cities like Bern, Basel, Geneva, Lucerne, and of course Zurich, and see the streets come alive as locals enjoy the last weeks of pleasant weather in winter. We just have to reiterate that harvest time for vineyards and fruit trees sets in now. As you see workers in the fields and grapevines that are hanging heavy with fruit while journeying through the countryside, you'll be wowed. Passing through Valais, the top wine region in Switzerland, you can enjoy a tasting as you trek through the vines. Another place to go is the mountain, since hiking the trails will also be quiet without fresh snowfall. It'll be easier to navigate the trails without icy surprises. Towards the end of the golden month, the tree foliage will start exhibiting its golden hues. What a glorious contrast to the snowy peak. What to do in Switzerland in September? Is there any more need to tell you what to do in September in Switzerland? You certainly must have scooped a lot from this discussion up to this point. But let's add more. Harvest celebration. Every town and village organizes festivals and fun to celebrate the grape or apple harvests. This is accompanied by loads of traditional folklore festivals featuring alpine horns and traditional costumes, and celebrations called Des Salpes. The cows return from the mountain after their summer pastures. This celebration also features awards of the most beautiful cows later in the month. Horlofolies La Chaux de Fonds. This is 3 days of concerts, music, and street artists. Another part of this is pop-up bars and markets at this ancient watch town. Biedermeier Festival, Appenzellerland. Every 4 years, Heiden, a village in Appenzellerland, returns to the 19th century. You can enjoy 2 days of watching locals strolling through the village in their traditional Biedermeier costumes. It culminates in a big parade on Sunday. Les Desalpes des Charmes, Charme. The village of Charme, near Gruyères, also celebrates return of the dairy cows, Des Salpes. Food Zurich. Love food? You have a companion in the city of Zurich. You can dive into 11 days of street food, marketing, workshops, tastings, and courses. Grape Harvest Festival, Lutry, Neuchâtel, and other towns. You can visit Lutry and join them in making the end of the grape harvest for 3 days of festival, during which cellars and canteens are open, where you can enjoy a touch of madness. During this festival, Neuchâtel puts on a huge parade with fancy dress marching bands. Has this video benefited you in any way? Would you be inclined to travel to Switzerland in September? Please, let's learn from your thoughts by sharing your insightful comments with us. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.